It's Week 11 of the NFL. And up next, it's Deshaun Watson. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Panthers and the Falcons under the lights on Sunday night.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Carolina Panthers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm... season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. To throw is Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, that nearly opening drive on the team, and it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So here now are the Panthers for their first drive of the game. Leading the charge will be their quarterback. Always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes in an NFL game deserves respect, not ho-hum just because they throw it around all the time. And he got his respect. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, that's the ultimate vote of confidence from a week ago. And look, he was great, not his best game ever, but obviously was very good to garner that award. All the talk this week, though, was about, let's take that forward now. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Again, it's Robinson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? You talk about this Falcon defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move it to the top 5.
This run field across the 45. That's a 3rd-down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. On 1st and 10, Watson. He's got Shockey. He's inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. The first drive here, and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that will draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
The tackle goes to Harrison Smith. Well, this defense for the Falcons very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. but I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Robinson will try to pick it up, and he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back could get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Falcons' 26-yard line.
A give left side to Robinson. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Watson, he's going to keep it on the draw. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
A loss of 9.
Jordan Hicks in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
A 32-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. Offense, they may go more tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right in the beginning.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force the 3rd down.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. Left side here to Sanders. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum.
Touchdown! Dawson Knox, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting on field only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
46-yard line.
Robinson up the middle. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
3rd and 2, Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Now a first down throw, Watson. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
From the red zone now, Watson. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now Watson. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Now it's Watson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Panthers! From 19 yards away. And the Panthers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Jason Sanders now for the extra point.
Yellow, line, blue, check.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. But the Falcons now going to go on offense. offense late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They go play action with Wilson. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Now it's Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Again, Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. He'll nice. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Tucker now for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. 5 plays there on that drive. And the Falcons score to cap it off.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. The run there on 1st down gets him a yard to the 26.
He was brought down at the 26. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Patrick Mahomes, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were winners in that ball game as they beat the visiting Washington Commanders. Pierre Strong, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. And one more to highlight, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Each team making their final preparations for this second half. We're about ready too, as we'll send you back up to Charlotte and rejoin Brandon and Charles at Bank of America Stadium.
The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. And the Panthers going to take over here to start quarter number 3. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a...
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. It looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He had the option decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now.
And their defense just helped him out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead. Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there.
Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back one, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them. Get out there now and get some points on this drive.
53 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
To throw is Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Agnew now to return. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt.
And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them and don't have more confidence to make a play?
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
They go play action now. Wilson.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here's Wilson. Incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Throwing is Wilson.
Work in the middle of the field, he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
And Nick Morton there on the tackle.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Play action. It's Wilson. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. One quarter remains here on Sunday night. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now Wilson, option right. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. He gets it complete to Harris. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Eluding the pressure right. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Falcons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just two. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Out of the gun, Watson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Watson. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down with ease as they'll wind up getting 9 there on 4th and 5. From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to let this one go deep. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Again, it's Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. The offense on third down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Watson. That is caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Watson's throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. On first down, Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Touchdown!
Justin Jefferson.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Jason Sanders for the extra point.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And he is going to lose yardage here.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they covered things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. And you're not allowed to climb. You got a free hit, and that's what we saw there. And a really nice play resulted for them.
Now Watson.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. To throw, Watson.
And he's got Shockey. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Watson.
So they're going to traffic there, and that's complete. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Here we go. First and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Watson to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Now Watson on third and goal. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
Desperation time. Watson on fourth down. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little, too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
But he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
So a win here for the Falcons, and it was thanks largely due to the play of the quarterback, CD, a guy who's been doing it for a while, and that's Russell Wilson.
Yeah, he had a great night throwing the football, wound up with 3 touchdown passes for the game, and his leadership, it really showed through in this one.
So for Atlanta, they keep on rolling.